So we got a couple of pumpkins here. These guys are pie pumpkins. How do I know they're pie pumpkins? Because I trust my farmer and he told me they're pie pumpkins. I honestly have no idea how to tell a pie pumpkin from a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. I do know, however, that pie pumpkins don't grow very big. These guys, this is extremely big for a pie pumpkin actually. This one is more typical in size. I don't know what that's the size of, smaller than a soccer ball anyway. We're going to cut it up, we're going to put it on these trays here. This is how you prepare pumpkin, and we're going to bake it in the oven for a while. I'll show you how we do that in just a few minutes. Alright, here we are over at my counter. I've got my cutting board, got my pumpkin of course, and I've got a bowl to catch the pumpkin guts. I'm going to save the seeds. We can wash the seeds and then roast those in the oven too. They're really yummy. Or I could use them in cookies or whatever, or just eat them plain like that. The kids love them. So basically you just get your knife, good size one. Actually that's not a very good size, I need a bigger knife. I need what my wife calls the wife killer. Oh no, that's not the wife killer. This is the wife killer. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm just using my wife's terminology. There we go. Let's see. Alright, there's what the inside of a pumpkin looks like. We can go ahead and scoop that out just from here if we want. Whoops, I'm a little bit too vigorous on the scooping there. Let's see. We're going to scoop out those chambers. Save all that yumminess. Look at that. Oh yeah. Some good looking pumpkin action there, boys and girls. Just a regular spoon. Be gentle, don't be too vigorous as I was at the beginning there. Don't be afraid to get your hands scoopy. It's a pumpkin, it ain't gonna kill you. So just scrape a little bit out. There's the hairy stuff in there. Just scrape a minimal amount of that lining out. Don't want to scrape too much of it because it's all pumpkin-y goodness. So we'll just scrape out that very, very minimal amount. There we go. And that part is done. As for the scooping, this goes into the bowl to get washed later. I'll do that as part of the video too, once I remember how to do it. Another one of those things that you do once a year and you tend not to remember how to do it from year to year. So we're just scooping that out, get in there with our hands, into the bowl. Yeehaw, look at all those seeds. Those are going to be yummy. Into the bowl with the seeds. Alrighty then. And there's a few more seeds in there. We'll just scoop out a little wee bit of the hairy stuff. Just a minimal amount of that stuff. It's going to get scooped out. Alrighty. Alright, and once you're all cleared out, you cut it up. Carefully, keep your fingers on. That's the important part of the whole process. Keep the fingers attached to the hand. Cut it up in pieces that will lie relatively flat, like there. There's not too much sticking up. So just cut it up like so. Oh, that's good enough like that. And cut it there, cut it there, cut it there. Oh, why not? I'll leave that like that. And I will cut it across. Here. Here. I'll just leave it like that. That's good enough. I'm going to take that stem off. And we got a little bit more hair there that's going to go over there. Cut. Cut. That's good enough. So now, go over here and get my tray. That's a fairly small, half-size cookie sheet. We definitely are not going to get all of this on here. Or, no, we won't. But that's okay. I'll get another cookie sheet. And we'll have 2 cookie sheets. Alright, so 1, 2. Then we preheat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. Whatever that is in Celsius. I don't know, even though I live in Canada. I bake by Fahrenheit. Oddly enough, I bake by Fahrenheit, I brew by Fahrenheit. My indoor temperatures are Celsius. And no, my indoor temperatures are Fahrenheit, and my outdoor temperatures are Celsius. Isn't that odd? Alright, over to the oven. Alright, I've got the oven preheated to 350 Fahrenheit. And we're just going to throw those in there. I've got another rack free here for the other pumpkin. I'll cut it up. It certainly won't all fit onto that tray, but I'll get as much on there as I can. I'm going to set a reminder for 1 hour, but I'll check it before then. It's probably going to take about an hour at 350, but I'll check it before then. That's 45 minutes now for the pumpkin, and it's starting to look nice. I'm going to get a fork and test that. I'll set that timer for the seeds. Now, 45 minutes on the pumpkin now. We'll just pop one of those out. And oh yeah, it's nice and it's done. You could use that right now if you want it to. The fork just drops right through there like a hot knife through butter. No problem. But I'm just going to let it brown up a little bit more to get some caramelization going on it. Check the other one. About the same thing. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay, there's a full hour for the pumpkin. We're going to call that a day for it. A little bit of brown on there. I know some people will brown it up more than that actually. Might be able to see the steam coming off of there. These bad boys. Getting close. It's 35 minutes if I recall correctly for those. Now I'm going to put them in for 5 more. And we'll see what happens. And I'm going to let that cool before I deal with taking the flesh off of the pumpkin.